Senators grilled Dennis Uy and other officials of the Mislatel consortium over violations to its franchise.
Senator Frank Drilon insists, however, that the telco's franchise is deemed ipso facto revoked. Here's the report.
For the first time, Udena Corporation CEO Dennis Uy faced the Senate inquiry on the issues hounding Mislatel's entry into the local telco scene. Udena is among the companies comprising the Mislatel consortium that initially won the bidding for the new major service provider. Uy's Chelsea Logistics and state-owned China Telecom are also part of the consortium. Right off the bat, Senator Antonio Trillanes confronted the Davao-based businessman's personal ties with President Rodrigo Duterte. Trillanes alleged that Mislatel was favored because of Uy's closeness with the president.
Are you close to President Duterte?
Yes,
Yes, you're close to him. Nag-contribute ka ng, sa campaign ni Mr. Duterte?
yes po, at nag-contribute rin po ako sa
Okay,
iba.
how much?
As declared po, I think contributed 30 million.
Marami na ako nakitang rito mali, whether conflict of interest.
The Department of Information and Communications Technology, meanwhile, explained that they did consider Uy's relationship with top government officials during the selection process. What the department zeroed in on were the documents submitted by the consortium. But for Senate Minority Leader Frank Drilon, that's where the problem lies. He replied that even before the consortium was chosen, Mislatel had already violated terms stated on its franchise. In 2015, for example, the former shareholders of the company transferred majority of its controlling interest to the group of current CEO and President Nicanor Escalante. This was done without seeking Congress's approval.
When it transferred control in 2015, ignoring the Senate, ignoring Congress, and they did not even care until this came up. So, to me, this is a gross violation of their franchise, which has been there for the past 3 years.
We did not acquire the company. We just came in as additional shareholders.
Other than that, senators also grilled Mislatel over its failure to start operating as a telco ever since it was granted franchise back in 1998. Based on the law, Mislatel should have begun its operations within a year from the approval of its permit by the NTC, operate continuously for 2 years, and start operations within 3 years from the effectivity of its franchise. But Escalante defended the company's failure to satisfy those terms. He explained that security threats in Maguindanao prevented them from rolling out their service.
The company was ready to roll out in Parang, Maguindanao in 2003, according to our records. But the peace and order situation in that area, in Parang, Maguindanao, did not allow the company to operate.
Drilon, however, didn't buy this. He pointed out that there are other areas they could have operated in.
Your franchise would have allowed you to operate somewhere else, and the explanation should be done to Congress, not anywhere else.
Because of this, Drilon believes it is now time to revoke Mislatel's franchise.
We can always pass a resolution which says that the franchise is hereby revoked. This is a privilege granted. There is nothing that will prevent us from revoking the franchise. It is ipso facto void, meaning you even don't need any action because it is ipso facto revoked.
But Mislatel insists only the Supreme Court can decide whether or not its license will be revoked.
There is a due process requirement for it to be revoked. And a direct action for quo warranto is the proper action to take. So until such direct action is undertaken by the state, collateral attacks on a franchise are not permitted.
Senate Majority Leader Mig Zubiri warned his colleagues that getting into the nitty-gritty details with Mislatel's franchise may endanger other companies. He reasoned out that some 90% of congressional franchise holders may have violated certain terms. While Mislatel's franchise is in danger of being revoked by Congress, One possible solution is to apply for a separate franchise for the whole consortium. This was already approved in the lower house, but it has yet to be transmitted to the Senate. Mislatel has until February 17 to get a new franchise. Uy meanwhile assured senators that the consortium didn't violate any law and that their bid to enter the telco space was above board.
We want to assure the committee and the public na walang nilabag na kahit anong rules ang Mislatel at gagawin namin ang lahat para protektahan ang interes at seguridad ng Pilipinas.
The DICT also told the panel that nothing is set in stone yet. Information and Communications Technology Chief Eliseo Rios said that Mislatel's provisional status may still be revoked if the department determines during the post-qualification assessments that the telco's franchise is invalid. Jess De Los Santos, We Are One News.